From my heart to yours, namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Dennis. In today's video, we're going to do deep opening in the hips, focused on right where the femur is, the thigh bones insert into the pelvis, in that joint which connects the upper and lower body. So let's begin. Please come to lying on your sticky mat. Knees bent, feet flat on the earth. Feet about hip width distance apart. Take one hand at a time out to the side. Then walk one shoulder, then the other on the back. Check the neck isn't compressed. Position the head if you need to. Then take the left hand, palm face down on the sticky mat. Roll the hips to the right. Bring your hand underneath the lower back so my little finger is right above the pelvis, and my fingertips are almost, but not quite, touching the spine. Then roll to the left with the hips. Right hand underneath the lower back, little finger above the pelvis. Fingertips almost touching the spine. Close your eyes. Breathe into the lower back, right above your fingers. Notice which side you can puff the breath more. If you're both equal, you're great. If not, roll the pelvis to the side where you can get more breath in. Pull the opposite heel back. Bring that side of the pelvis knees to the left toward the heel. Roll back. Check. You can feel both sides puffing equally. Now that we've squared the hips, slide the hands out. Flex the feet, bring the knees together, bring the knees toward the heart, grasp the shins. Flex the feet, pull the heels back, isometrically placing the whole pelvis on the earth. Extend the left leg, reach through the heel, both hands to the right shin. Keeping the foot flexed, begin to draw the right knee toward the right armpit. So the right thigh comes outside the rib cage. Keep going till you feel the stretch in the right inner thigh, right near the groin, and breathe into that. On an exhalation, release. Bring the shin, the thigh, and the knee back to neutral. Take the left hand, palm face down to the right thigh, slide it around. Grab the thigh bone right beneath the knee. Now, pull that knee toward the heart, then bring the thigh over to the left, keeping the right sit bone on the earth. Keep going until you feel the stretch on the outside of the right thigh, and then pause and breathe into that. Exhale, release the thigh back to center. Extend the right leg long on the earth. Reach through both heels. Then bend the left knee. Hands interweave over the shin right below the knee. Left foot flexed. Begin to draw the left knee toward the left armpit. Keep the pelvis on the earth. Keep going till you feel the stretch on the inside of the left thigh near the groin, and breathe into that. On an exhalation, let the knee come back to neutral. Take the right hand, palm face down the left thigh, slide it around, grab the left thigh right below the knee. Bring that knee to the heart again, left foot flex, keep drawing the heel back isometrically, keep the pelvis grounded. Then begin to lean that left thigh over to the right. Keep going till you feel the stretch at the outside of the left thigh, and then breathe into that. On an exhale, let the thigh come back to neutral. Release the foot to the earth. Bend the right knee, place that foot to the earth. Roll to either side and come up to tabletop. Fingertips spread. Heel the hand underneath the upper outer arm bone. Feet flexed, knees and ankles together. Push. So your mounds and toes widen the sit bones apart. Open up the base of the pelvis. Reach through the head to keep that from going into the lower back. Then point the left foot. Keep the right foot flexed. Push through the right heel to slide the toes along the sticky mat. Begin to walk your hands back. Bring the left sit bone to the left heel, forearms to either side of the left knee, and bow. Breathe into the back of that joint we're working with. On inhalation, move the hips to the inside of the left shin. See if you can bring the left side of the pelvis all the way to the earth. Drop the head to the earth. Breathe. On inhale, push into the forearms. Lift the hips. Bring the hips all the way over to the outside of that left shin so you can bring the left sit bone to the earth. Push through the right heel. Rotate that pelvis toward the thighs. You're trying to level the pelvis. Breathe into the outside of that joint. Look at your hands. Push into the forearms. Come back to center. Walk the hands forward. Come back to tabletop. Flex both feet. Tuck the toes under. Push to the minds of the big toes. Widen the sit bones. And get ready for the other side. Point the right foot, left foot flex. Push through the left heel. Begin to push through the heels of the hands. Come to the forearms. Walk the forearms back. Right heel comes and right sit bone meet. And bow the head to the right knee. Focusing on opening the back of that joint. With an inhale, bring the hands a little over to the left. Bring the hips to the inside of the left shin. See if you can level the hips, reaching for the earth with that right side of the pelvis. Bow the head to the earth. Breathe. Left foot goes flex, pushing to the heel. Use that leverage to try and bring that left, right side of the hips closer to the earth. On inhale, push into forearms. Come up. Walk the forearms over. Bring the hips to the outside of the left shin. Bring the right sit bone to the earth. Push through that left heel in the forearms. Try to bring the left side of the pelvis down. Breathe more into the outside of that right thigh. Press to the forearms, come back to center. Walk the hands forward, coming back to a tabletop position. Feet flex, toes tucked under, push through the mounds of big toes. Rotate the inner thighs back, open those sit bones again. This time, inhale the right leg up parallel to the earth, foot flex pushing through the heel. Bring the right leg all the way over to the left, to the outside of the mat. Push through the toes, drop the heel back. Once again, come back to the forearms. Walk the hands back. And once again, bring the left sit bone to the left heel. That right thigh is pushing against the left heel. Push the right hip out to the side. As you bring the Rib cage a little over to the left. Breathe into the outside of the pelvis. When you're ready, and inhale, walk the hands forward, hip, foot up once again, right foot up, leg parallel to you, and release the knee to the earth. Flex through the left foot, bring the leg up parallel to you. Bring that left foot all the way over to the right outside your sticky mat. Push through the heel. Begin to come to the forearms. Right foot flexed this time. See if you can bring that right sit bone to the heel. Left thigh touching the bottom of the heel. Then push to the left heel. Bring the ribs over to the right and breathe into the outside of the left thigh. With an inhale, come back to tabletop. Close your eyes. Draw circles with the head, the hips, and the ribs. Really focus on where those thigh bones fit into the pelvis. Look for ease and movement there. Bring the hips over to the left. Take the right foot out to a straddle. Left foot on the right inner thigh. Fingertips on the knees. Lift up till you bring equal weight to both sit bones. Lift up more, equal weight on both sit bones. Drop the right forearm inside the right thigh. Bring the heel of the left hand to the top of the thigh. Drop the shoulder, inhale the side of the ribs up. Keep lifting till you feel the opening go from the lower back in all the way into the glutes. If you want more, you can bow the rib cage to the right. Maybe grab the shin, possibly the foot. And lift the ribs, open both side bodies, push both sit bones to the earth. Lift the ribs so much you feel the opening going from the lower back all the way into the glutes. Drop that right hand to the leg, draw the hand back. Foot flex, pushing through the right heel. Bring the hands in front of both knees. Push through the heel of the hands. Bow the ribs forward, don't drop the head. Then begin to rotate that whole right leg in from the thigh. And push that right sit bone bow. Open up the pelvis from side to side. Try to bring more distance between that right and left sit bones. Softly inhale up. Heel the left hand to the top of the left thigh. Ground out of there. Inhale the right hand up. Lift the right side of the ribs. Lift that side of the ribs till you feel it opening in the lower back. More. Take it all the way into the hip, pelvis. Breathe into that. Exhale, release. Heel the hands and back of the hips. Rock back. Second side. Left foot to a straddle. Right foot on the left inner thigh. Make sure your weight is on the sit bones. Then, fingertips on both knees. Lift up. Bring equal weight to both sit bones. Be meticulous about doing this before moving on. Then bring the heel of the right hand to the top of the right thigh. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Heel the left hand top of the left thigh. Lift up, create that space. Then begin to slide the left hand down the leg. Lift the right side of the ribs, lift the left. Pause, lift the right side of the ribs so much you feel the stretch going down into the glutes. Then if you like, bow to the left, grab the shin or maybe the toes. Lift the right side body to equal weight on both sit bones. Breathe into that opening on the right. Inhale up, equal weight on both sit bones. Take the hands in front of the knees. Lift at the core, straight spine. Flex the left foot, draw the heel back isometrically. Walk the hands forward, pushing the heel hands. Begin to rotate that left leg from the thigh, rotating the whole leg, turning the foot in. Push that left sit bone out. Use the inner rotators on the left leg, right on the inside of your thigh. And bring that left sit bone away from the right. Slowly inhale up. The hands at the top of the thighs, lift. Release the left hand up. Lift the side of the ribs. Open there. Bring the right hand up. Open the right side of the ribs. Elbows bent. Heart ascending. Shoulder blades descending. Close your eye. Lift so much. Engage the core muscles so much you feel the stretch in your lower back and your glutes. Exhale the hands to the earth. Walk into the right thigh. Bring all the weight to that right thigh. Hands on either side of the right thigh. Rotate the left leg in till the inside of the foot is on the earth. Push that thigh bone and shin into the earth. My left sit bone's off the earth. Now I'm going to move that left sit bone away from the right, again using the muscles on the left inner thigh. Breathe into it. Pushing the hands, inhale up. Chin sides once again. Lift up till you feel equal weight on both sit bones. Then take the hands to either side of the right thigh. Bring that right sit bone off the earth. Keep coming over till you're pushing your whole weight into the right shin and thigh. So if that thigh is normally off the earth, you've come off over to the side enough so we can push that shin and thigh to the earth. Rotate the right leg in, whole leg, not just the foot. Draw back that right heel asymmetry. Really expand that right sit bone away from the left. Softly inhale up. Heel the hands by the buttocks. Lift the hips up. Come to line on your sticky mat. Hands palms face up out to the side. Check in the shoulders and the neck, which we've completely ignored today. See if there's anything you need to do for them. Then when you're ready, walk the feet together. Drop the knees to the side, coming to Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining Banded Eagle. Take your hands to the inner thighs, right above the groin. See if you can walk the heels closer to the sit bones. Push through the mat a little toe until the heels elevate slightly. Draw the heels back. You should feel those inner rotators firing on both legs and the slightly deeper curve in your back. Drop your hands down to those thighs right near the groin. Pull the hands apart and down and breathe into both groins. Release, letting the lower back come to the earth. Draw the feet through the groins. Grab both shins. Feet together. Pull the heels toward the groins. You should feel your forearms on the inner thighs and both legs. Widen the elbows. Push into those thigh bones. Pull the heels back as we open the sit bones and open the groins at the same time. On exhale, release. Take the hands, cover the eyes, heel the hands below the socket, little fingers touching. Push through the heels. Once again, create space to the groins by drawing the thigh bone toward the heel. Release the feet. Release the hands to the side. Focus your attention on the joints we've been working in the right and the left. Check with your breath and with your attention. Look around the whole circumference of where the right thigh inserts into the hip and where the left thigh inserts in the hip. See if you can identify where there might be still some stuckness or an uneven openness. If you find that, consider going back and repeating part of this exercise is designed on opening that area. When you're ready, place the hands palm face down so the middle finger is right on that joint, right at the bend, and where the thigh inserts in the pose. And really bring your attention there, bring the breath there for several more breaths. Please stay here as long as you wish. Really explore those two joints with your consciousness. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, please give me a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Namaste.